There's a place where a fantasy is relived once every turn around the sun.
A look at this mountain region. Now Caden Cadaval, the second baseman. Ground ball hit to short. Martin has it. Throw to first. And here's the call. And they're going to say safe at first base. So, and Cadaval has an infield single. Cadaval showing his speed getting down the line there to make that play close. Manager Bill Senny, but he says it just takes one to do something great. And, you know, could be this pitch here, you know, you beat out a infield single and maybe jumpstart something here in the first inning. As you look at Cadaval at first base, thanks to his hustle. Jack Nielsen playing left field today. Hits a slow roller to the second baseman. Cadaval underhands in time. One down. Had to hustle to make that play. Looking for a little insurance here. Caden Cannaval. Caden has reached a couple times. Infield single that he beat out, also on a fielder's choice. Bo Jackson, his favorite athlete, pulls it past the glove of the third baseman, Dessen. Coming around to score is Pinniger. Mabius will end up at third, and it's a 3-1 game. Cannaval's second hit, a big one, down the line. And Pinniger makes it 3-1. That gets past the catcher, and it's 4-1. Mabius will come in from third. Cadaval ends up at third base. A big inning for Nevada. That one bouncing off the chest protector of the catcher, Walter. They send 8 to the plate. They score 4 runs. Well played game here at Houghton Stadium. But
as Caden Cadaval, the second baseman, steps into the box, takes ball one high. Paseo Verde has 5 teams in the Majors division, which is the level of these kids competing here in the Little League World Series. And so the team from Nevada, a group of all-stars from those 5 different teams, as Cadaval bloops one into left center field. Back-to-back hits to start the game for Nevada.
How about clearing the hips on the fastball inside and being able to drive it over the shortstop Avery. Clears it, recognizes the heater inside. Quick hands. Watch these hips fire. Boom. Beautiful swing.
That one squirts past Gainey, has trouble locating it, and Nevada scores the first run of the game.
Heads up base running by Caden at third base. Never puts his head down. Sees where the ball is at. And as soon as it got past Gainey, he went straight into home.
So you've got to be really good with your jumps. And he saw that Gainey was having trouble finding the baseball. And Cadaval scores to make it 1-0. Colton Gainey, the catcher for Utah. First pitch swinging, line drive, chance for 2, and Reggie Entz gets doubled up at first. Great heads-up play by Caden Cadaval, and he's hyping up the Nevada fans. Nevada escapes the jam as they're on top 3-0. Cadaval, cat-like reflexes to end the inning. Team Paseo Verde.
We started up, we never let it stop, keep it going.
Renewing hopes, dreams, and memories.
Caden Cadaval, the second baseman who singled and scored in the first inning, back up for his second plate appearance. Cadaval was selected, Eduardo, for Super Bowl 54 by the Pittsburgh Steelers as part of the NFL Next 100 as he pops that one down the line and out of play. So each player, as part of the NFL 100 celebration, each team got to select a kid to represent them at the Super Bowl. And so Cadaval was selected by the Steelers, and Rod Woodson showed up at his house to let him know that he had won the contest, and he got to go to Miami with his family. He was on the field, and he was in the commercial for the Super Bowl that year as he rips his second base hit of the game into left field.
Well, you talk about a kid that can really rake. He's already shown it in his first 2 at-bats. Won't miss a fastball. You're trying to get that in there, trying to get it by him. He is looking for it. High leg kick, puts that foot down, and then absolutely just drills this one into left field.
You see how wide his eyes got when that ball was coming into the zone. Dawson Schmidt, swing and a miss.
Great play all around. I love the fact that Cadaval went ball in dirt. He takes off in the athleticism.
There you go. Ground ball up the middle.
What a play
by Caden Cadaval to get the lead runner. Boy, oh boy, we're playing games, and these middle infielders for Nevada are having a heck of a time out there today.
Well, they're playing their games up the middle as well, and now I understand why Woodson went to visit him and his family and be able to go to the Super Bowl. You're going to your left, you get an in-between hop, you get down low so you can read the hop and make a perfect toss to second base. Like a cat, you had said it earlier.
Yeah, the off-balance, no-look toss. And credit to Gregorich for being there as well on the bag. So the lead runner, Tomlinson's out. Avery's on at first. Another ball on the ground. This time to Gregorich. Chance for 2. No. And they say Meyer was pulled off the bag at first. But it has been a highlight reel web gem inning for Gregorich and Cadaval up the middle, 2 away.
You want to win at any level, you better have good pitching. You better have really good base running, and this really good defense. This turn is as good as any out there. Whew. And love the fact we beat it out one way or another, but love the turn at second base.
Gregorich, Cadaval flashing the leather in the third. Utah still without a run. 1-1 to the left side. Zoller gets the lead runner at second. Cadaval tries for the double play, but
how about Cadaval around the bag just doing his magic? Last inning we saw him actually take a step back. The feed of this one, beautifully done, going to his left and coming across and showing off his athleticism, even though he does not get the double play. Does show what kind of athlete he can be around second.
Honestly, Eduardo, the defense tonight has been spectacular. We have seen some amazing plays, especially in the infield. They're focusing. They've got the serious faces on, the sunglasses. They're working.
We started up, we never let it stop, keep it going.
1 on, 1 out for Caden Cadaval, who's had 2 hard hit base hits in this game off of Rafael. Cadaval has also played fantastic second base as well. Nevada scored 3 runs. Yeah, excuse me, Eduardo. Nevada scored 3 runs in the first. They have not scored since. Utah climbing back to score 2 in the 4th. Caden Cadaval looking to add to Nevada's lead, but Rafael pitching around him a little bit here. Looks like he'll be going to the limit. Question is, how many more batters will he face? Opposite field, third hit of the game for Cadaval. Overthrow, and Gregorich comes into home. The play at the plate not in time. 4-2 Nevada.
How about Cadaval doing it all? Offensively hustling over to first. Haven thinking he might be able to get Cadaval at first. Overthrows it. And heads up base running one more time by Gregorich this time. Haven throws it to first, overthrows it, and by the time it gets to home plate, Gregorich heads up, sees it, and takes over and slides hard into home plate and beats the throw. Meantime, Cadaval goes to second base on the throw.
And a runner on second for Dawson Schmidt.
Middle play for a
Pitching change for Nevada. Sounds like Caden Cadaval is coming in. 2 on, nobody out for Utah here in the bottom of the 6th in San Bernardino. So Caden Cadaval, who's done everything for Nevada in this game, playing a spectacular second base. He's got 3 hits on the day and now asked to come into pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning with nobody out and runners at first and second.
And you're right about him having done everything. He's played great defense up the middle. His turn 2 has shown his backhand, has shown his baseball IQ, and with the bat, already 3 hits in the game. And now he's called upon in a big moment. It looks like he is loving it.
And Rafael says one of his special skills is laying down sweet bunts. Does he have one in him here? Pushes it up the first base line. No play but first. And he's out. A 1-1. Here's the 2-2 to Fallon Randall. Fly ball, foul territory. Murphy makes the catch.
Let's look ahead now with about 30 seconds left to Montana and Nevada elimination game in the Mountain Region. What do you expect?
Yeah, Nevada won the first game, and they're not one of the bigger teams that we've seen in these regionals, but they're super skilled. The middle infield defense, the way they play catch. So that Nevada team's really impressive.
Here at Al Houghton Stadium. Stay alive, and who's going home? Nevada, Montana on ESPN when we return. And here's Caden Cadaval, who is 5 for 6 in this tournament over 2 games with 1 RBI, just 11 years old. He's a free swinger, puts that one on the ground. And Martin has trouble with it at short, and Caden Cadaval reaches for Nevada.
Caden Cadaval can fly. So even if that one's fielded cleanly at shortstop at Grady Martin, I don't know if they throw him out. Remember, Little League Baseball, you can't leave the bases until that ball crosses home plate. But even at that, you could see Cadaval active on a base pass.
Fire with a single up the middle, and in off the hands into center field. Hatzel comes in. The throw is high, and Nevada puts one on the board as Caden Cadaval scores.
That's pretty straightforward, Matt. Sac fly to center field, less than 2 outs. That's going to score somebody, and it ended up scoring the fastest kid on this Nevada team, Caden Cadaval. Fly ball to center, 2 steps off, now 2 steps back. Wait till that ball's caught. He was flying, and I love the reaction, too. After the slide, popped up, yelled at his dugout. Nevada strikes first.
I got to tell you, Kyle, you and I were talking about it to Coach Bill Senni earlier. Some of the plays up the middle that Gregorich and Caden Cadaval made defensively on Tuesday night against Utah, they're not 12-year-old plays. They're major league defensive plays. That's how good the middle of this infield is for Nevada.
It was like Little League 101 right there. You get first and third. The runner's going to take off to second base, ideally not get thrown out. You're trying to draw a throw, but Grady Martin, the shortstop, broke in. So if he was going to...
Because all of these kids stay in the barracks as a chopper to the left side. Chance for two for the Nevada defense. Good turn by Caden Cadaval. They get the lead runner. Takes a strike. That's the third error committed by the Montana defense. Nevada has had 2 errors on their side of things. Cadaval reached on one of those errors in the first and came around to score. Now puts it on the ground to the left side.
The first out of the inning, and this time he's about 2-3 steps from the line, but gets a smart too not to try to make this throw across the diamond. You got no chance to throw at Cadaval, who could really run.
KP, we're taking a look at Caden Cadaval, the second baseman for Nevada. This is his highlight reel from when he was 9 and 10 years old, because he is a standout football player, such a standout football player that he was selected by the Pittsburgh Steelers to represent them as part of the NFL Next celebration at Super Bowl 54 in Miami, and Rod Woodson showed up at his doorstep to let him know he had won the contest. He got to participate in the NFL Next 100 commercial with all the amazing Hall of Famers that were a part of that fantastic commercial, and then he got to go attend the Super Bowl as well. That doesn't get any better than that.
No, that's okay for your 9-year-old year. Have a Hall of Famer show up, take his jersey off, sign it, then you get to go to the Super Bowl and go on the field. Did you see that little stutter step before he got into the hole when he was a running back too? I mean,
you see that footwork that he put in it?
Yeah.
And he shows off the footwork defensively in baseball as well as his teammate Dylan Murphy. Takes the ground ball from Braden Juicy, throws it on the first route, number 1. And Cadaval is one of the younger players on the Nevada team, just 11 years old, but boy, is he gritty. You know, he bats at the top of the lineup. Coming into this game, he was 5 for 6 in the tournament. We saw him make on Tuesday night against Utah one of the best defensive plays I've seen in this whole tournament, where he was kind of fading into right field to field a ground ball, no-look flip to second base to get the lead runner. And, you know, you just marvel at some of these kids' athletic abilities at this age. And you try to think back, Kyle, to when we were that age. I'm like, there was no way I was doing stuff like that when I was 12 years old.
No, I think it's so interesting, too, because defense, you can see athleticism in defense at a really young age, and it carries through. I mean, there's certain moves when you see a middle infielder make it, it doesn't matter how old they are, that they look like a really skilled middle infielder. Both of these kids for this Las Vegas team have that look.
Last year, but Brooks has been hurt for much of this tournament this year, only been able to come in and pitch hit. Slaps it to Cadaval. They get the lead runner.
We got 2 out. 2 out, just make a play.
Well, now they are thinking double play. So Cadaval flips, and that's a tough flip, too, because you're so close. There's not a lot of time to react.
And now Caden Cadaval trying to drive him in. Changes defensively for Montana. Juicy goes from pitcher to center field. Park. Cadaval ducks out of the way of that one.
All right, here we go. Let's go. None of that. None of that. Hey, batter.
Cadaval reached on a fielder's choice, reached on an error in the first, and came around to score in that inning. His favorite video game is Call of Duty. Turns on that one through the infield. RBI base hit for Caden Cadaval to make it 5-1 Nevada.
How about that, man? Gets knocked on the ground with a fastball that was up and in. And pops right back up, is ready to go, gets another fastball and fires it into left center field. That's an intense little dude right there, man. He didn't like getting knocked down, so he barrels one up. Good effort by Grady Martin, the shortstop, to lay out, but Rylan Gregorich lead off triple, comes around to score on the single, and Nevada adds to their lead. Bill Senni, who's been a coach there for 20 years, now 1 win away from taking his boys back to Williamsport.
And how about this? Another elimination game win for the kids from Henderson. And there's Caden Cadaval. Caden, how you doing? It's Eric Rothman and Kyle Peterson. Congratulations on the win. Can you move that mic in front of your mouth for us, buddy?
Like this?
There we go. How you doing? Can you hear us?
There you go.
Good, how are you?
We're doing great. We've enjoyed watching you play all week long. How does it feel like for you and your teammates to be in the Mountain Region Championship game tomorrow?
It's an amazing feeling. Amazing. Super fun, exciting, and I hope we can destroy Utah tomorrow.
So, Caden, they say they call you the pit bull, and I know that you're the youngest kid that's on this team, but you've now been down there for what, 7 or 8 days? What's the trip been like for you guys as a team?
It's amazing. Playing baseball, having fun in the barracks, eating in the cafeteria, practicing all the time, and then just going out here and playing ball. It's the best thing ever.
We're talking to your coach, Bill Senni, and he talked about how many times you guys have faced elimination, whether it was in the district tournament or the state tournament. Now here today you win facing elimination. What is it about this team that you're able to pull off these wins when it's a win or go home situation?
We never quit. Never quit. Yeah, we just never quit. Always get back to it.
Simple's a good thing, Caden. Never quit. That usually works out well. Now, we hear that you potentially lost a tooth when you've been down there in San Bernardino. I'm just wondering, what is the going rate right now for a tooth? What's the tooth fairy paying?
This morning I got a $20 bill.
$20 bucks?
That's not too bad.
I'm going to start pulling my teeth.
The inflation KP has hit the tooth fairy as well.
That's pretty good.
And his teammates coming over. So, Caden, what's the plan tonight in the barracks to celebrate?
Probably just watch the championship of Hawaii. They're in the championship today, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Of the West region.
Then just have a good night's sleep and be ready tomorrow.
Well, good stuff. We can't wait to watch you tomorrow against Utah, and congratulations on the win today.
Thank you, sir.
Good work, buddy.
Thank you.
So there's Caden Cadaval and his Nevada team.
Player on Team of Paper, right up the middle. Caden Cadaval is a stud at second base for Nevada. It's a team from Vegas, which is a really good baseball area. Rylan Gregorich is a really good shortstop. So the Nevada team maybe not as physical as some of these other teams, but really, really skilled. There's our guy, Caddy.
Yeah, yes. What is he, a hockey player? The Cadaval is just shortened to Caddy. That's the way it goes.
Caden Cadaval kind of a part of everything offensive if Nevada is doing it. He had 3 hits on the day. This was another one right here. A kid that can absolutely fly.
Cadaval, I play second base and I'm batting second. My favorite food is pizza. My favorite MLB player is Ronald Acuna Jr. And one fact about me is I went to the Super Bowl and I ran on the field.
Shout out to Caden Cadaval, starting second baseman for the Henderson, Nevada boys. 1 out, nobody on for Caden Cadaval, KP. We have gotten to know Caden pretty well this week. He is a fun kid. He's just 11 years old, but he is really the heartbeat of this Nevada team.
Yeah, great little personality, kid that can absolutely fly. And you heard him in the open say that he ran onto the field at the Super Bowl. He was allowed to run onto the field at the Super Bowl. It's not like he just ran out of stand. So he was invited to do it. We'll tell you more about that as the game goes on. But pretty outstanding all-around little athlete so far. Just 4 feet 8 inches at 11 years old. But, man, he's a spark plug.
Yeah, even at 4 feet 8 inches. And he's 6 for 10 in this tournament at the plate. And he's been ripping the ball. He's got great mechanics, great eye, plays a mean second base as well. Him and Gregorich up the middle. One of the best defensive pairings any infield you'll see across the country. As Entz misses outside 1-1. Could Caden Cadaval be the next big name to come out of Henderson, Nevada? They've had the likes of Bryce Harper, Chris Bryant, Joey Gallo, Greg Maddox. As Cadaval didn't like that strike call. Count 1 and 2. It's tough for an 11-year-old to hold back their emotions when they don't get a strike called or a ball called that they wanted.
I think it's tough for anybody to do it, but it's really tough for 11-year-olds, especially in an environment like this. Yeah, it's just that immediate instinctual peek back right there when maybe it wasn't the sound that he wanted to hear.
Here's the 2-2 from Entz. Ents waited on that one. Chance for two here for Nevada. Cadaval holds it after getting Fallon Randall at second. So it'll be runners at first and third with one out.
Good little flip right there by Rylan Gregorich, the shortstop, and a good decision by Caden Cadaval. No reason to throw that one. Now still a hard ground ball away from potentially turning a double play and getting out of it.
And here's Jake Tomlinson to the plate. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Gregorich. Over to Cadaval for one, and they turn the double play. Great stretch by Cade Meyer at first. There's two outs.
I'll tell you, a race and leadoff walk, come right back up. Fastball in on the hands, and how smooth is this? Rylan Gregorich to Caden Cadaval. Strong throw over, and a good job by Cade Meyer to go down and pick it up out of the dirt. You were talking yesterday about this middle infield and just how impressed you've been with them. The bases are 60 feet in Little League. Like, there is not a lot of double plays because there's not a lot of time to do it. It has to be turned perfectly, and that one was right there.
Gregorich and Cadaval have been excellent up the middle all tournament long, and the opposite way into left field for a two-out base hit. Ground ball to left side through the gap and into left field. Utah, they earned them.
To get to the ball, goes as an infield single.
Reggie Ents shows bunt, pulls back. And the runner dancing off second to throw down to third. He's out.
The call was out, so they call him out. The inning's over at that point. Murphy, the catcher, just threw a seed out to second. I mean, it's, yeah, because you can see he turns and tries to go back and then realizes I got to go a little bit further than I think. That's a great throw, too, on the run. Big Caden Cadaval that we talked about plenty today, but
it's two outs, and Caden Cadaval coming up for Nevada. And if you need a rally with two outs late in the game, Caden Cadaval has been the guy for Nevada in this tournament. Coming into the game today, 6 for 10 at the plate. Says his favorite athlete is Bo Jackson. Caden, just 11 years old. One of the leaders on this team. So you might have jinxed him here, though, KP. Behind in the count, 3-1. Well, you did. And Cadaval is at first.
Yeah, we got time ready, guys. Yeah, time's already out.
We started up, we never let it stop. Keep it going.
Resiliency will get them to the promised land.
I mean, for any team and at any level, pro or any level at all, that's a good accomplishment for sure.
Any level of sports.
And I love how the fans are amazing and they're always there no matter what.
We started up, we never let it stop. Keep it going.
Renewing hopes, dreams, and memories.